Has the West gone crazy? If we walk the streets, we see things we no longer understand. We see a lot of foreign people living like foreign people, and we see a lot of people Western people rioting against themselves. So we are not understanding what's happening anymore. We tend to think that the West has gone mad. But if we stop and think, and if we stop and analyze more critically what's happening, we could understand what's going on. I'm very keen on social media, and I do a lot of things on social media, and every day I meet people who is complaining for what's happening in the West. There are two things that are letting us think that everything has gone rotten. The first thing is the presence of so many foreign people, immigrants, along our streets. Especially in Europe, we have faced a strange moment for which, in a couple of decades, everything has changed so quickly. 2 decades ago, we didn't have so many immigrants in our countries. We didn't. We were not able to think that so many people would have come. Okay, but nowadays we face a very massive presence of immigrants in our countries, and of course, these people are not are foreign people. So they have in different backgrounds, they have different ways of thinking. They have, coming from Africa or Asia, they are taking here different civilizations. So how can we complain, or how can we not understand that the clash of civilization is going to embody in something concrete, real? If you take millions of people from another civilization and you put all of them in another country, this is not immigration, this is an invasion. And of course, the process is that we don't have the energies to absorb and to integrate all these people. It's too quick, too many people, too quickly. And we should not hide ourselves. The problem is also that many of these people are coming from Islamic countries, and we have seen that Islam doesn't have any will to integrate, not any will. They just want to come and take as messengers their faith, their Quran. They want to conquer. This is it's becoming more and more clear to people. So there is nothing strange in this if we get deeper into what is behind these facts. And what is behind? An ideology, an ideology of multiculturalism that is not working. I mean, I'm from Italy, and Italy, as many other countries, has always lived a sort of multiculturalism, because the country is like a mosaic of very different identities, and most of the European countries are like this. Think about United Kingdom. United Kingdom, there are Irish people, there are Scottish people, there are Welsh people and English people. So there was a multiculturalism somehow, but there were some elements that were unifying all these different populations. First of all, faith. All of them were Christians. Yes, some were Catholic, some Protestants, some Anglicans, but they were Christian. So the roots are the same. Secondly, there was a very clear identity on the United Kingdom. So there was a king. All of them were referring to the same king and to the same background of civilization and history and values. But if you take so many, let me say, Pakistani people, and you put all of them in a country, and you don't educate them to love that country and to know what are the elements of the identity, of course, they will keep on being Pakistani in a foreign country. They won't integrate, they won't become new Europeans. And so we have we have exaggerated this multiculturalism, thinking that any country, any civilization, any culture can be integrated into the other one. But it's not like that, and not in such a massive and quick way. So this is the very first point. Second, we see so many people hating the West, so many Western people hating the West. You see squares full of rioting people with flags of foreign countries. You see so many European people screaming and shouting against the system, thinking that by doing this they are doing they're fighting for freedom, but they don't really understand that they are just the consequence of a different way we are thinking about heroism. Think about this. Before modernity, we all thought that the hero was someone who was fighting and sacrificing himself or herself for a high value, for something big, for an identity or a virtue or a value or God. After modernity, well, let me say, after Paradise Lost and after Milton, the hero is not someone who's sacrificing themselves for something high. No, the hero is someone who is fighting against the system. Better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. So that thing has really changed the soul of Western people. We have changed heroes. We have started to think that the system is the bad thing, and that if you fight the system, you are the good one. And when we see all these young people in the streets shouting, we are seeing the embodiment of the Byronic hero, of this heroism that has changed. And I mean, it's an heroism that wants to destroy, not to build anything. So instead of saying and feeling that we are living in a crazy world, we should start to think more with a deeper mind, with a more critical mind, to understand what is going on. Because if we understand what is going on, maybe we find a way to solve the problems. So if you think that so many immigrants are the West gone crazy, no, you should start thinking that we should work on multiculturalism. Do we really think multiculturalism is the right way to face the future? Do we think that this is the only way we can go on? Because the future is ours. The future is what we're going to write. It's not what other people think or want. It's us. It's us who can change the future. So first, multiculturalism. Secondly, if we think that this hatred against the West is something bad, as I do, we should start to work on this and get the awareness of what we are doing and what we have in the heart when we embody this way of heroism. I have only one answer to all this, which is Christ. The West world should go back or forward to Christ, because Christ is the only way we have to unite the earth and the heaven and the sky. Is the only way we have to find in our heart God. He's the only mediator we have between mankind and the godly and God and the godly dimension. So the answer is so easy if we think and we get culture. And the answer is go to Christ. West world, go to Christ, because your roots are there and the absence of your being is there. And the absence of your anthropology and your way and the way you think about human beings is there. You think human beings as created an image of God. The other civilization don't have this faith. So if you want to preserve our rights and our way of life and all the rest, we have to go back straight to Christ. Please pray for me. Tell me what you think about all this, and let's go together to Christ.